Alrighty guys, welcome back. We're getting ready for game 2 of the day. I'm going to lose count in about 3 games, I reckon, because counting that far is pretty tricky. And this isn't Machine. Your name's Christian.
I am.
How you
I
feeling?
am not Machine. I am Crispy.
He's crispy. He's feeling ready. But yeah, we're getting ready for Immortals against Fnatic. And by the looks of it, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to go down on Inferno. We can talk about that more in a second's time. But yeah, we can have a little look at who's on these teams in case you, I don't know, live under a rock and don't know what these two teams look like. Because right now, let's be honest, you've got probably the second best team in Brazil playing against the best Swedish roster. Yeah,
well, Sweden's been struggling lately, but yeah, they're trying to find their old form, try and fit in the meta, and yeah, we're starting to see results again.
Yeah, because you actually had an interesting point about the meta, didn't you? Right? We were just kind of discussing this yesterday, and it was actually about Olofmeister specifically, and then we kind of like took it further. But the whole point of you don't think that Olofmeister's necessarily dropped off massively. The meta's changed.
Yeah, I think everyone's refined their map pools, the way they want to play the map. Everything's a lot more polished. So the things that Olof used to do, he loved pushing, he loved lurking. He's getting caught off a lot more. Those things aren't working as much, and you can't get those hard reads on the opponent.
Well, we'll see if that comes through into this one. I don't know how often these two will play each other, but it does look as though we do have Fnatic's team sheet for you here. So have a little peep through. These are pretty well-known faces. Not too surprises as to who they're bringing out. And Olofmeister, of course, on the far right there, you can see the man we're just discussing. But the rest of them, there's so much potential. A team that kind of fell apart, tried new things didn't work, and they've come back together, but they never quite reached that potential yet. They're still trying to get their, I guess, their mojo back, find a little something, because they are such an aggressive team. We've seen them trying new looks. We've seen them trying to be, I guess, you know, the double AWPing side. They're still quite aggressive on the T side, but they're fine, but they're not the old Fnatic. I don't, do you reckon they can ever get back to that, or is that, like, that era's done now?
I think that era's done. I think they were ahead of the curve. Especially with their players and what they could do. Now they're not having the space that they used to have. They're still trying to do those flashy things, still trying to put in the crazy plays, but they've really got to try and come together more as a team.
Yep.
That team play needs to be on point, and that's what we're seeing from all of the top teams now. It's just the individual plays are just not as working as much. You can still need a really good lurker, someone that can pressure well, but it's all about the team play right now.
Well, we'll see if that comes through. Considering the rumors as to why these guys broke up as a team, and you know there were like quote unquote personal reasons, they didn't gel as a collective. It's kind of hard to forge back being friends with people in a way, and kind of forge that kind of really back and forward sort of team play. But that is Fnatic. In case you never saw the people who had a dynasty for years in CS and pretty god tier. But let's actually check out Immortals, because they do have a new look to them as well. So that's something you got to be keeping your eyes on. Coming through this one, they are not the correct names under the right people. I can tell you that much right now. But okay, so the Brazilian fans are pretty vocal, right? So you guys at home, tell me how to say this. Is it KNG? I'm going to call him King. Let me know what I'm meant to be saying for his nickname. So just tweet at me, let me know right now. Of course, Bolt, Lucas, Steele, and Henny. Now these guys, they're kind of like the slow build, right? Because everyone looked at SK and was like, all right, these guys are gods. The Brazilian gods are here. Okay, FNX didn't stick around in that team too long, and he got dropped out of this one as well. So it looks like another team that's had these kind of like weird roster shuffles, but I think, are we actually live or is this a knife round?
It's knife.
It's knife. I was about to say, they're all going mid. That's really cool of them. No. But yeah, another team that's looking for that right composition, I guess. They probably have a better shot at that new meta composition.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be hungry. New players bring absolute motivation to everyone. Maybe this guy is the answer. Maybe we can win again. FNX, yeah, he got dropped from SK, and then I think it was Immortals as well. Did they drop him, or did he leave?
It's one of those where you don't know like publicly, but I guess he got dropped. Yeah. I guess. Because before I think it was his motivation.
I think motivation and kind of attitudes around the game itself. So hopefully KNG can right those wrongs, and you'll find that information and that drive. He's only been in with them like a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah,
so
he's still pretty new.
Their map pool's not going to be pretty comprehensive as of yet, but they should have some stuff sorted. They're pretty structured team overall.
Yeah, that's one thing I guess you can say. You've got the kind of, well, not necessarily polar opposites. I'd still say Immortals are quite explosive, but you look at Fnatic, who still try and work in, well, they try to find their answer on their CT sides of, their recent struggles, which is the double AWP. They go to it on every occasion they can, and they're very good at it. But if their money never gets to that point, they don't seem to be able to kind of grind out the game without the double AWPs. I've seen them struggling against the tier 1 teams during the online phase and during the offline phase. They never quite found the same footing. So it might be a hindrance here, it might not be. We know that Henny can AWP like an absolute madman, so that's something to keep your eyes on. But coming into this, do you have any predictions, I guess, in this one? I don't know. It's kind of hard to guess at this point, right?
I think Inferno's always been a bit of a playground for Fnatic. They love taking banana. They love... Inferno's a really claustrophobic map. When you do take banana control, you've really got nowhere to play at mid, and you get forced into kind of second mid. And the CTs just get so much information.
So already Crim's going to go for a bit of a look through apps. Has a little bit of a, the JW style, just run through it. Hopefully we can switch off Dennis because he's still showing as a T-sided player. We can, there it is. And Immortals is going to work their way through apps. A bit of a split though, one player kind of left at the back, right down by T-spawn, maybe just catching if there's anyone pushing down the back. Going to force Crims off the angle. He's going to now sit a little bit more passive in towards pit, but they do have these flashes in the smokes. This could be a drilled in hit coming through here.
That flash was crisp.
That was such nice work from Lucas. Going to follow up towards Crims as well, but it was that flash that opened the gate that let them through. And now, well, Fnatic had to play retake on this.
Yeah, I mean, that was explosive as it comes. That flash was boom, insta, all out of apps. Glock armor balcony. The old strats. They're bringing them back.
And it worked so well.
It worked perfectly.
I can't deny it. All right,
they
so
even had info early on and it still worked.
Did. That's kind of that is the more impressive part. They actually knew quite quickly because of that kind of. Who was it who pushed up there? I think it was Crims or one of them pushed up. And they still make it work. So there we go. Dennis still going to do Dennis things. The pistol, God, let's be honest.
Pistolero.
Exactly. KNG now in the 1v1. Olaf's on 3 HP. He shouldn't win this. KNG needs to land one bullet anywhere, and he loses out. Olaf Meister's got a kit as well, and the retake might just come through. They're down to the last couple of seconds, but he's done it. Close. That was such a good attempt from Immortals, though. They did get such a nice play going, but that retake, you can't write off Fnatic individually.
No, you cannot. Especially Dennis for that USP. He has such control of that weapon. It makes it look easy. It's ridiculous.
So, people have told us it's KNG. We can call him this. It is fine. Thank you.
Not Kunga.
It's not. He's going for KNG. He's going for the KNG, which is fine. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. See, look at people. They're nice people. Are our viewers. Deep down. Very deep down. Yeah, but we are going to see the banana push. Yeah, Mollies go in, nades go in. KNG finds a kill still.
Yeah, they haven't really bought much into this. Ideally, you want to try and get 1, 2, maybe 3 kills would be really good. Maybe a bomb plant. Just put P250s out. A flashbang would really help them just explode, and that's what they probably should have done. It's just one flash, a few pistols, and try and explode. Catch an enemy, maybe spray in a smoke or something. Try and catch them reloading. Get your entry and kind of tempo into the bomb site. That's what you want to try and do in these rounds. They got stalled off on the banana control area, and KNG's just ruined Dennis. This is
what is going on?
P250s, man. Up close, they're just... It's crazy how much damage it does.
Yeah, we've just found that out pretty apparently. So, and KNG was on 24 HP. He's eventually been found by Crims now, but this is a great round considering what they had. They didn't have that explosive nature, as you said. They didn't have that flash. They didn't have like that way out that we saw before, even in the first pistol. So already doing this much is pretty nice. And it looks like they're just holding top B, maybe looking to see if anyone's going to rotate off. And they actually have. So they've drawn 2 players over towards A. They just have to get past Flusher, which, I don't know.
They've done their job so far. They've killed 2 players and really bought nothing. So, value. Oh, maybe close to getting a 3rd there.
Yeah,
so they get a bomb down here, though.
And that should be bomb. 100%. Lucas should be able to get that bomb down quite comfortably now. That's a really sick round.
You know, probably not going to win the round, but that's a round win for the T's at that point.
Perfectly done. They threw, basically, their player who was left alive in towards A just to confirm that rotate, to keep those 2 players, Crims and Olafmeister, there. And you're not likely to hold on to this, Lucas, but, if you get any more, sick. But they've done their job. This is job done territory.
Huge value from this round. They've taken armor, they've taken all the nades away. If Lucas could get away with a gun here, it would be kind of crazy. No, he's going to try and go for it.
A little bit of a step too far. for old Lucas. But, you know, this was a round win through and through for them. You've got to be kind of impressed by how, you know, they're coming with a nice pace. It's not really worked out so far. Fnatic is still maintaining, and Olofmeister's, you know, 4 kills up to the good, not died yet. He's looking pretty solid overall, let's be honest. And if you see him getting confident, that's going to be an interesting one. If he gets that confidence building. Now, Fnatic can't really afford yet to go for that double AWP without a fallback, but Henny can. So, AWPing on the T side of Inferno isn't easy, though. Yeah,
this is a round where it can kind of happen for free. If the CTs do pick it up and they steal this AWP away, they don't know he's got it yet, but they've got a good idea because of all the damage they did the previous rounds. Free AWPs, Fnatic absolutely love that stuff. They'll mop it up every day and just use 2 all the time.
Oh, this is a quick hit. I like this. KNG just completely ignoring the bullets going in towards his back. Olofmeister's going to find that one comfortably. Nice counter flashes to slow them down, get into good spots. Crims now can get himself up on the bike, pops back down. You're a little bit vulnerable coming through from Apps, so he's a little worried about that. But Bolts is round the door. You can see these smokes. They're cutting this side apart, but the counter smoke has completely pushed them in towards quad. There's no escaping it. Bolts lands a blinder. Dennis again getting just swept away, and we're down to 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think they went for this because a lot of teams go early banana at the start with like 2-3 players. Get the nades down and make sure banana control is theirs. So I really like the idea of going tempo up mid, try and catch the 2 players on A, maybe playing deep on site and going from there. But they got choked up into quad. They got stopped by the nades, all the spray, great positioning from the CTs, and great crossfires to lock the round out.
And let's be honest as well, Fnatic are one of those teams who love that explosive play towards quad. Any team who plays them in Europe knows it. Yeah. So if there's any team to know how to counter it, it's going to be these guys. And they get the free AWP.
The free AWP.
There it is. You know, you can't ask for much more if you're Fnatic. First 3 rounds, sure, there's some lovely silver lining in that for Immortals throughout, but this is a really nice pickup.
I'm surprised JW is not using it, but he's the player that I think JW is the only player that will use any weapon in the game. Like in
Mag 7s,
in really important games, he'll just get an auto out and just go ham.
It works. Like, he was the guy, I guess, on like Cobble T side. He used to do like the sort of shotgun just straight in through drop, and it works for him in some disgraceful way. Lucas, though, going to put up a fight. Flusher gets found. Oh, still could get one as well here. I think JW might spot him, though. JW is just, you know, good with a pistol as well. Every gun in the game, Christian. Every gun.
Yeah. Every goddamn gun.
It's a little too good, right? It's kind of disgraceful to watch.
I'm surprised he doesn't Zeus more, because it's just such a troll. It's such up his kind of... It's his nature, the Zeus.
You know, Steel and Henny, though, yet to get a kill.
8-0. He's not the guy you want to be letting loose.
No, he's having a game. And we haven't seen it. Well, you know, Henny's barely had a chance with the AWP yet. He can get there. Like, we all know what Henny can do. There's no need to kind of, you know, hype him up anymore. He's not this up and comer. You know, these are real challenges to the throne at the moment. You know, these guys can push that Brazilian team pretty darn far. So let's not even doubt that. Or North American, wherever you want to put them to, they are still certainly up there. This looks somewhat like Olofmeister might fancy a peek. No, he's going to back away from this. Molly down, reset. They've lost control of Apps. So again, got to be a little bit cautious now.
Yeah, this just looks like a bit of a default. Trying to get the CTs back onto B. Don't let them have banana. They don't want to... If you're losing banana every round, you need to put presence there. You lose banana every round, you've lost the game. Banana is so important for info, map control, and rotations. You could just leave one guy there with a smoke and you can hold it for 30 seconds. And also when you leave one guy on a site, it's really good if they push up. Because if they're dying on the site, they're buying no time for their team to rotate. So if you're pushing up on B, really hard to deal with, but they're just absolutely getting peppered away through these smokes.
Yeah, they've kind of...
Hello? Back.
But the thing is, they lost out players.
These guys got walls on.
I don't think they do, Christian. I think they're playing a different game to us, mate. It feels a little unique. Bolt's there. Going to be next one to challenge. He's a little further ahead, but this is a very split attack. Maybe they're trying to split through CT Arch, I'm not too sure, but it's not having any luck at it. Between Dennis, Olofmeister, they're denying that kind of split that wanted to come through CT and maybe pinch towards B. And the players, sure, the banana players got control, they got a frag, but if you don't get the rest of it working, you're kind of not having that hit you need.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, and sometimes it just happens. You can make the right call, but something like that where 2 people just randomly die through smoke spam and your execute's being ruined.
Yeah, it is what it is. 9 seconds now. Olofmeister still sees the bomb. And yeah, Bolt needs to get himself done, dusted, get out of there. But so far, clean stuff from Fnatic.
Yeah, really clean. They're on full bonus money now, so probably get some tech 9s and some armor. Maybe a couple flashes and smokes, you get that sweet bonus. But yeah, they're not going to have a great deal here. And Fnatic doing Fnatic things.
Well, and the thing is, they don't actually have the double AWP. I'm guessing if people at home watch the online season as well, Fnatic did depend massively on it. And I don't know if it was just their go-to to kind of stem a bleed for a while. Yeah, they didn't have that fallback. Yep. Maybe they didn't like it. I don't know, like whatever's changed. But at the moment, we're going to see JW this round with it, and I think he's over on the on banana corner, so he's going to be watching that one quite passively. He can fall back from this easily as well. He should have the support there. He does. That's Flusher with him. Now, yeah, these guys could have gone for the double AWP this round. They've opted not to, maybe just feeling it doesn't work against pistols as well. It's a bit too much of a risk. Yep. And we've seen this hit before. If this is the same one from the first round, this is a nice hit coming through. Yeah,
this is exactly what you want in this kind of round. You want to get up and close and personal with these pistols. Max value if you can get that, like KNG's done. He's just flown into fit and killed Grims.
Yeah, good work from him, but
Dennis just too strong on the site.
Yeah, he's not moving. That's just beautiful work from Dennis. That's a round you want to remember. Sure, it was against pistols, but they did have armor. We can see what that round could have done before, especially the first round. He got completely shut out of that one, and the play back in was from like Olaf Meister and I guess Dennis a little bit. But yeah, that was a nice attempt. But if Dennis is feeling it, it looks like all of Fnatic are just like feeling the game right now. Everyone's just seemingly on point and it's working well. This is the first, I guess, real full buy we're seeing as well, coming back in for Immortals in some time. Yeah. Nice mollies, yeah, everything you need. So hopefully this is the round they can break back in.
Let's see what they do with the AWP. JWs, they're switching up. They had the AWP towards A now. Now going aggro towards B. Nothing's going to be there. Oh, close. Yeah, this is what I mean. Taking banana control against nades is so painful. But you have to do it. You have to do it. You can't just leave it.
64 HP is not fun.
Lesser of two evils.
Exactly. So Bolt is just kind of having to suffer through this. It's the name of the game. And well, he's pulled away some of the utility away from the 2B players at least. So there is that. There's a bit of silver lining to it, but it's not much when you're sat on pretty awful HP and you're feeling a little bit broken by it. But Lucas molly out towards quad, flash to follow, and 1 minute on the board. It looks like they might want to try and get that pinch going towards A if they actually get a pick off the back of this. But we do have a player in towards quad, and Olaf Meister still by CT unchallenged.
Yeah, same kind of default. They just want to take the map control, burn as many nades as possible from the CTs.
All right, Henny could be the one to make something different happen here. Finally has the angle. Olaf Meister backs away from it. Falls back towards site. Can support Crims and maybe just kind of focus towards quad here. And yeah, Crims is watching the same thing. They have crept up some way though. 3 players now here. And Lucas, that's a shot. That's what you want to be seeing. That firepower. Get up close, get personal. But there's Olaf Meister, the raid boss at the moment. Nice timing on this one. Peeks back out into it. And KNG just can't hit it. He's bought time as well. JW's now there. But Olaf Meister is doing it all himself. Henny, you've got to go big now. 1v1. What?
That was a collapse.
Jesus. All right, it's a 1v1. JW up against Henny. Bomb's now down. JW's got up close and personal. Of course he has. Why wouldn't you? And now Henny backs away safely, plays it smart, and goes all the way around.
He's sticking it.
He's holding it down. JW. Oh my God, he's got it as well. What an animal.
Oh my God.
Henny, how much more can you do?
Balls on that guy. I swear to God, there's no one like him.
2 for 1. Henny does as much as he can, and then JW does that. It's just like, well,
fake, right?
That's it. I think that's where the saying comes from, right?
Henny wanted to go through apps there. He wanted to outplay him, but JW just read it.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't know. What can you say about this sort of play? It's when you see that, and so far it's got to be heartbreaking for Immortals because they're a team who came into this with decent prospects. They made this group look even harder when you looked at it from the NA perspective. They brought a lot to it. And maybe Olaf Meister overstepping the boundary there a little bit, just taking a straight up fight in mid. KNG's been landing shots so far, but a nice recovery from Flusher on towards B. So Banana again stays in Fnatic's hands.
Yeah, Immortals have been. I think they recently took a map off SK. They're not playing bad at all, and like you said, this hugely contributing to this group of death, the A group. They can beat everyone on their given day. I think it's just going to take time to get this new player integrated fully on how they want to play the game.
Yeah, we can actually dive into that a bit and how much difference one player can make. So I think people sometimes underestimate the difference that one person can actually make to a team. Now, this is interesting. JW is backing from this? Is he going around towards CT Arch or what? Because the timing... Yeah, okay, so he's going to B. This is great for Immortals. They have the man advantage here. Crims is going to be overwhelmed. He really can't do anything about it. JW's going to fall back towards it. He'll get to library, but yeah, site is gone.
Retake time.
And that's no fun on this map, and we all know it. It's hard as hell, and that's why. Lucas already has the angle, AWP to hand, and now he's going to come back again. Peek towards Library, maybe keep that smoke, sit in towards Pit, set up that crossfire.
Yeah, exactly. It's so hard to push onto the site with Pit and people hiding on site, and they can just get away from your first-person aggression. The guy in Pit can just wide on them, and they've kind of got this locked down. They're probably safe here.
It's the safest option. And
They've
it's the logical
died
one.
quite a few times. Their money isn't great, even the scores. Yeah, see, their money isn't great. The score's 7-0, but they've been dying quite a lot. These expensive weapons, I need to keep hold of them.
Yeah, JW's pretty close. Kenji could find this. No, of course not. Why would that happen? JW's going to just hit a shot that's like 2 centimeters away.
Going for more.
There's very few players like JW individually, like the way he approaches the game is so aggressive. Olafmeister's money is gone, you're right. He is skint. And match pause, but let's take a moment then to discuss that kind of the difference one player can make, right? Because you were an in-game leader. In case people don't know, we can give a bit of background. You did play some UKCS, that beautiful.
Hashtag UKCS.
Does it feel good?
No. No, it's quite poisonous.
Well, look, Capers is watching, all right? He's around. You say poison, got to bring up Capers.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We've got a great crowd. A lot of passion. But a lot of potatoes as well.
Yeah, a lot of patats around the place. But you're playing in the Mountain Dew League for a while with Royals, so you know you're the level below the Pro League, right? So you know the ultimate goal would be getting to Pro League.
Yeah.
You're in game led around that marker. So let's discuss what can happen because now people know. You know they're aware. They know who.
Yeah, in-game lead in Prem.
That's the one.
I got there.
So what's
that's my achievement.
What's the difference one player can make, Christian? What's the difference?
It's kind of huge because all of your set takes for every map, you normally have 1 or 2 guys with the role on what to do. One player changes, they've probably never done a lot of the things that player. So it's completely a new learning curve for whoever you're going to bring in. Also, you have to adapt to the new player. You're bringing him in for reasons. He does stuff that you want. Aggression, lurking, multi-fragging. You've got to let them have some space, but you also need them to kind of learn your game style. So it takes time, and one player, even though it's just one player, literally has an impact on the entire dynamic of the game.
We've seen that KNG has brought some firepower here as well. There's no disputing that. Even that just ridiculous little P250 round, he's been keeping up. So it's a long-term process, hopefully, for Immortals. We'll see what they can achieve like later down the line. But right now, it looks like, again, maybe lining up for this hit here. They do still have that banana control, but that's nothing new. They've been putting bots there almost every single round. We just haven't seen them really progress much further than this. Unless they force a rotate, they don't win these rounds. We saw that JW was late to the party. He already kind of pulled himself away from A, considering B back in the option, but Crims this time, just tapping away these angles. It's such a nice little one as well. It shows on radar if people walk past by Boiler. It's a lovely little peek. It's pretty filthy, but again, these positions to dig people out of are so hard, and look at the time now. They're down to 35 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a pretty hasty play now, and when it gets to this kind of time, if the CTs get a molly down in a really clutch spot, you can lose the round instantly.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, there we go. Now, but look at the turntail. We've got Immortals already switching things up. They've gone for the double pump, as young Sponge likes to say, but Dennis isn't falling for anything. He's still here. 9 seconds. You've got Crims up in the corner who can get played in. He doesn't even need the help.
They've got to force it too much at that point. If it gets to that kind of time, just save your weapons. You're really forcing it way too much. You saw Henny just trying to launch his way into A bomb site with an AWP to try and make something happen with 7 seconds left in the round. You want to try and get your map control and make your decision. Well, we had a similar problem actually with Royals where we'd get the map control, but we'd get into points where we could make the plays, but it was always too late. So we tried to make all of the map control and the default done by the 1 minute mark. If you can get your default done by the 1 minute mark, it gives you a lot more options, and you're not going to get cheesed by like a random molly on the bomb site as a guy dies and ruins your life because you've got 7 seconds left.
You'll never beat that nade, Christian.
I try.
8-1. Immortals, you know, you do get to that. Oh, JW. Every time things like that happen near him, I just always get a feeling. Of course, he's going to hit it. It's something ridiculous. JW, why not? But it does look we're going to see the push towards
hit
B.
Those shots more than you think.
It's terrifying.
Split second, and they'll take your head off.
And that gap in the smoke, you can see people if they step past. It doesn't now. I think he might call one glimpse, but it's going to call out for the molly. Nice time from Flusher. The flash over. The timing. Yeah, he's a little late. There's the quick hit.
That's the tempo. They've got nothing really but pistols. One flash. Caught one player throwing a nade out and the other guy died, and suddenly you've lost a bomb site and they've got the bomb down. This is the exact kind of round you want to get. If they just run away and save that AWP, that's been profit.
Ooh, Steal.
Steel's made it a 1v1. And
look at this HP on Crypt.
They're 1 HP each. They're one hit from death. This is a 4-man for Steel. Absolutely huge round.
This could be sick for him. All right, 1v1. Crims, he's got a kit, he's got the bomb, but he doesn't know where Steel is. And Steel looks like he's kind of... I feel he's in control here, and he is. He finds Crims, and he does the dirty 4 kills.
That's actually insane.
With absolutely nothing to work with. That round literally was based off the back of a flash and that pace coming in.
Yep.
And that's ridiculous. And Fnatic have players who used to specialize in holding that side, but they're not there. You can see the switch up. Crims used to be known for that god tier B hold. Yeah, literally that flash was Crims's flash, things like that. But
he timed that. He read the banana plays like a book. Flusher was fumbling a bit, got caught with his pants down, and suddenly the bomb site's fully open. And that's why just get one flash can make such a huge impact on the round, and Henny's just too quick for JW.
And there it is. All right, Henny, let's see what else you can do. I want to see more from Henny because I love watching this guy play. When the things with Immortals, when they feel it, they become such an explosive, crazy team. And what is that trajectory that nade just went on? It just like dipped. That's like my nades, I'm sure. But no, this is going to be a bit of an interesting one now coming from Immortals. If they get the last couple of rounds, if they close out this, I guess, this half with every single round, there's something. I don't know if it's going to be built upon, and I know that Fnatic's T-side is still good.
They're going to be pumped after that round for sure. They were money reset, and they've just done a huge amount of damage to the CT side. If they win this round, they could oh, Crims, nice angle adjusting. He's probably going to, they might be on an eco next round. See how this one goes. And
look at the control already coming out from Immortals. They have the bomb down. They have that pit control as well. And we know this. It's like the Crossfire of Doom, right? They don't have walls, Christian. We found out.
It's just all over the place.
But there's nothing you can do. Once you get set up in these positions, the afterplant positions in this map specifically are so hard to break. The crossfires are so good, whether it be pit and they're kind of like mini pit, or on site, or on B, you get like the triangle that you can set up. It's so impossible to break, and even with 3 players alive, you can see that Fnatic are just like, nah,
you
save.
You don't have the utility. It's just it's almost an impossible round to win at that point. You're going to get peeked from apps, you're going to get peeked from pit, you're going to get peeked from site. There is really no good way of approaching it with no utility.
Yep, and there it is. So, and considering Fnatic's money is already very, very fragile, keeping all these weapons is pretty much paramount.
This is going to keep them into the next round.
Yeah, they can still fashion something together off the back of this. Not too worried about that.
JW is fine with a shotgun, you'll probably see it.
Yeah, let's see what he goes for. I'm kind of curious now, what do they buy? They're on 2K and 2.5. So UMP dropped out for Crims, that was from Dennis. And an M4 for JW. So Flush has taken the hit, basically. But then again, Flush is one of those players, if you watch him in drop on Cobble, for example, CT side, he opts to go with the UMP. He was one of the first players to do it. And you actually see it with Immortals as well. They play it very similarly. Like most drop players now on Cobble will always go for the UMP and just build up bank. Yeah,
Flush is a really selfless player. He just plays to win. He does the right thing. I don't know about their synergy, really, on B. The JW Flush combo. I don't think it's as snazzy as Crims and Olaf were. I think Crims is just too good on B. You could maybe switch Olaf out and chop and change it that way, but I don't really... I think Crims on B was their bread and butter.
Yeah, it looks like Steel's going to go for the CT smoke.
This is perfect now, because he's going to... If he can get a kill or make a good presence here, and they explode tempo into B, they're going to be in problems.
Here we go. JW is all on him to buy time, do something. Good spray, nice counter flashes. Plays in Flusher well. And that's the UMP coming in. He didn't need any more. That's perfect. What a shutdown.
What money just cashed in. Ching, ching.
I'm so glad we got you casting finally. Like, this is the thing. Like, me and Alex just suffer through this on TeamSpeak normally. Most of the UK scene gets this. But, you know. Ching, ching.
That's cashing in that UMP.
It was a spicy play, and it's let them get to the double up.
Yeah, running and gunning with that weapon, it's just so good. So much value from that 1.2k. Oh my god. Did Henny just bunny hop out of stairs and or Olofmeister?
He just flopped it on the table, let's be honest. Henny is...
When he's feeling it...
He's feeling it.
He's one of the T-side AWPers that he'll just peek anything and be just too quick for you.
Yeah, and it works. Like, not many people get away with their lives from Olofmeister with an AWP, especially on this map. Bolts has already followed up towards Flusher, and now we're into a 5v3. This is tough now, because you're always going to be a disadvantage on any site you're going to be at for the CTs here. So, again, firepower. Oh, what the hell? Crims times it perfectly. Yeah, maybe just reading it, feeling it, doesn't know what it is, but it works. And now it's maybe a little bit more possible. We're down to 3 plays for Immortals. Double AWP, though. Playing retake on this.
And they've got a smoke. They'll probably save this one. If CT gets smoked off here, they're going to have trouble. Oh, they smoked mid.
They're going for it. Look at this push-up. Is that JW coming out mid? He is so close towards Henny. They're very, very close by. JW just goes pistol out. There are 2 players locked in towards the side, 1 by Pit. Bolts is watching the push-up, and he's actually let JW get pretty close here without being spotted. But the shutdown should happen now. There it is. Bolts says no. Crims can't follow up. Bolts secures the round, but that was started off by Henny hitting a blinder.
Yeah. Crazy shot there. He got legged, but his movement was incredible. He just flew out. Olofmeister was not expecting it and paid the price.
It's kind of impressive, isn't it? All right, so money again. It's pretty shambolic for Fnatic. They can get a buy, but it's just not nice. And I love the swing in this as well. There was that point where Immortals were, what, 7-1 down or something ridiculous. They weren't having a nice half. It was pretty rough. The recovery has been outstanding. The difference a couple of rounds can make and a bit of pacing addition, committing off the back of what they're doing, it's changed the entire game for them.
Yeah, if they get 9-6 here, it's job well done for T-side. Inferno.
Ooh, 3-man aggression down Banana, though. This is different for Fnatic. Maybe looking for changes here, because Bolts has been getting successful control over by Banana constantly here.
Yeah, this is what they needed to do a bit earlier, I think. As you can see, the terrorists can't really do anything apart from go second mid.
And Olofmeister didn't even have armor. He was literally there, I guess, just to have all the utility and put it down. And yeah, he's got a UMP, but still, that's rough. He was left with very little. So again, he's pulled himself back over. They've got 4 players by A, so they show control on B, full back to A, and then you just have to deal with the firepower that's coming towards you.
Yeah, this is just so hard to play against when the CTs know exactly where you are. They can just put all of the players in that location. Anything comes on B, they can rotate with plenty of time.
Yeah, already you're going to see, I think
Dennis
that's Flusher falling over. But yeah, Dennis is
Dennis.
feeling it. That's beautiful.
Jesus.
3 kills back to back. Henny and KNG just get destroyed. The lockdown comes in. Finally, Fnatic regain a foothold in this map because it felt pretty lacking for a while. There wasn't much from them being overrun. You could see it, this back and forth. Now, money, at least they can get a good buy here for Fnatic. And, well, it's not good times coming out for Immortals.
No, they're just going to have to get what they can afford, just bunk it all in there. No, that second shot that Dennis got was actually insane. He's feeling it right now.
Not a bad player at all, is he? So JW this time, going to take his odds. And I like him. Bolts, 13 HP, backs away. Steel down to 67 too, but it's a bit of a back and forth. You've got to be a little bit careful with these dudes. You don't want to give yourself up for freaks. There is still those rifles there, but JW and Olofmeister can already claim 2, and you can see then the confidence. Henny is just around this corner, and Henny unleashes hell. JW Flusher goes down. B. They've lost B. That a bit of aggression, and if Henny gets a decent angle now, that bomb can be carried in. They can take their time almost. He's got the nice angle. He's got the deep watch towards CT, so no one can now push in, and nice timing on the flash allows them through, but the bomb's yet to cross. Henny's still got work to do here.
Yeah, this is not
They're
done
boosting.
yet. They're boosting.
Oh, and Henny!
Henny's so quick there. He was looking at the smoke, and it just, as soon as that guy started jumping up, he was gone.
All right, this is 3 kills, Christian. This could be the ace. Dennis and Crims playing back into this one. Both have kits, no utility. Lucas pushes forward, and it's just Dennis. It's all on one man now to keep them in this one, Fnatic. And there's the first. Lucas falls, but now the position is noted. Henny playing at the back of Dark, and Henny closes it down. Beautiful, beautiful round from him. What a play.
What a round. Yeah, I really don't know how Fnatic didn't expect him to be there. Neither of them even thought about it. Maybe the Molotov, they counted too much on it?
No, I don't know what happened there. Because that's something you'll always check, but didn't happen. But guys,
that was a great play by Henny.
Yeah, that was beautiful. We are going to head to a very quick break, though. Production, are we ready for this one? No. Okay, we're not. No, we're not going to a break. No fun. We're actually not going to a break just yet. We're going to chill out for a while. But we can have a discussion. 10-5 on the half. Not bad. It's decent. We saw Fnatic get off to a flying start, and then Immortals fight back.
Yeah.
but
they're in trouble now because Fnatic's T side is actually probably better than the CT side.
100%. If you watched any of their recent games, any win that they got, you just saw them destroy people on that T side.
Yeah.
So, you know, Immortals have their work cut out for them. We know that Henny's up to the challenge. No disputing that. He's on it at the moment.
He's going to have to be giving his team an advantage every round of the AWP. He's got to get this opener. He's got to play hyper-aggressive. If he plays passive and Fnatic are getting all this map control and being able to execute onto your sites, you're just going to get overwhelmed, and the executes and the AK players come into the site, really hard to deal with.
All right. Because we like to treat you guys at home, we're not going to a break. You just get us even
just more. CS.
All right, guys at home, let me know who you think's going to win this one. So you can tweet at me at They Call Me Pansy, and also do tweet at Crispian CSGO. Lovely Twitter handle. We need to change that one, don't we? All right, we are underway.
Maybe, yeah.
T side is going to be Fnatic, Immortals on the CT side. Still so much to be seen here. And Steel, he's gone for the early info here. He's going to probably hear that door open if they just went through it from second mid, and he can back away and maybe get some info off the back of this, because this is a B stack coming out from Immortals.
Stacked B with 3. Maybe they've done some homework. They're aware of something that we're not. It's probably going to be a similar round, though, from looking at it. They've only got one person with flusher on the utility. Same with the other side. So we'll probably see an all-in with one smoke down, maybe at CT.
And I wonder if it's going to be through apps.
Tempo onto the site.
Maybe up quad. I'm thinking quad. This is what we see. This is what they do in the gun rounds. This is what they're known for on this map. Is that really explosive hit through quad?
They love them some quad.
I don't know if they're going to go with this. KNG's already kind of pulled himself over CT arch. This is open now for the split. Maybe this is it. Fnatic back in the day was this pinch.
This is huge. This found the gap.
This was the pinch that they used to do. Maybe this is what Immortals thought might happen, but they don't expect it now. Bolts, tail between legs, runs away towards Ruins, tries to find an angle to work with, but here comes Fnatic, all 4 of them. Now 5 come through. Crim's going to find Bolts, but now there's still 2 players. Make it 1! Oathmeister deletes Lucas, and there goes Henny. That's the site theirs.
Yeah, Bolts had to get the first one there if he had any chance of holding that push. If you don't get the first one clean, you're just going to get overwhelmed by these Glocks armor running into your face and just run shooting. It's horrible. They can do it.
11-5.
Even with the 3-man stack as well, they just got absolutely crushed.
You got to feel, it did feel like they had a read on it, but it is what it is. If you can't handle them once they even get close to you, Bolts did need just one maybe, could have really tipped the scale there, slowed them down, slightly allowed the other players to better on towards B. Yeah, is what it is.
They probably shouldn't have been hiding as much. Bolts got the contact and it was in pretty long gunfight. If they used the range of the USPs and the P2Ks from B site, actually trying to help him out, because he got info of at least 3 of them coming CD. He would probably had a greater time defending that one.
Yeah, a little alone in all of this. Now let's look at the buyout from Fnatic. We have Galil, UMP, AK, Mac-10, UMP. So there goes one of the UMPs. Everyone's happy to see that being smashed. That's good.
Scariest round of Counter-Strike.
It's not fun, is it?
No, you win the pistol and then you just feel like you're in a
worse position.
Worse position, yeah. Every one of their options can one-shot you. Like the Deagle, the CZ, the 5.7, the Scout. It's all got one-shot capability, and these players are so goddamn good with these weapons now.
Well, there's one already. Not necessarily a one-shot there.
What would happen if we didn't have the UMP?
It'd be easier for the pistols.
Ball spies all the time.
Yeah. I don't know if it's any better, is it? You know what I mean? It's like, the grass necessarily isn't always greener at this point. It's pretty rough. But the B hit looks like it's going to be the next fallback plan here. Now, there's actually 3 players. A quick rotate from Immortals. Nice play so far from KNG, or just a good call coming out, I think, from Steel at this point. I think he's in-game leading still. So they're down to 25 seconds, though, which is the, I guess, problematic part. They could fall apart here. KNG in the right place at the right time, and that P250 is on. But now, 18 seconds. JW knows something's up. He's still cautious. He still thinks there may be another here. There isn't.
No, those rounds, when it gets to that point, and 5.7's just running through smokes, especially when there's a pistol stack, you can get an opener, but suddenly the round can just change in a split second, because these pistols just kill you so quickly up and close.
All right, 2 UMPs, they've got armor as well. JW, though, finds the bigger threat that was Steel. He was the one who had the full HP as well.
Yeah, that's really huge.
And now, no kit on Bolts, and JW, perfect positioning. Look at that. Beautifully played.
Flawless.
Such a sick player.
I think he's been putting in a lot of hours lately, even into his own game. He's really wanted to get back to what he was. just running around crushing everyone.
So, money for Immortals. Looking a little bit scarce. But Fnatic now on 12-5. This is... it's getting a little bit worrying at this point. You know, Immortals been getting close a couple of times, but you know, close doesn't win you games at this point. It gets you to the doorstep, but Fnatic is still kind of pushing through at this point. You saw that JW looked pretty on point at that in the last moment. So again, it's going to be hard, and this round isn't the one they're going to change much on.
No, I don't expect much here. Again, same situation. They get a couple kills, do a bit of damage, maybe even save a gun, steal one. Oh, that's the opener. They save this weapon here is its value.
Meister finding Lucas. He's staying around. He doesn't want to lose out on the UMP, but he's fine at the end of the day. There's not much pressure.
Doesn't want to lose out, but he also wants that juicy cash.
Cash rules everything around us, Christian. JW going to find KNG, but it is a 4v2. Steel and Henny just going to try and play through Banana, and there is the cash.
Ka-ching.
Done. All right,
nice
13-5.
21-7. He's looking like old Olaf on this map.
He is. He's not been shut out of it, really, and that CT side was great from him. And now we're going to see the double AWP coming through instantly from Immortals. A hefty investment. Yeah,
they've really got to go to their last option already. They've got 2 rounds to play with, and they need to get some solid economy on the board, especially on this map. If they lose 1 round, it's game over.
Well, quick pressure towards Banana. Already that control early going to be placed towards Fnatic's favor. They haven't actually kind of pushed all the way further, but they have the top of Banana control. So that's going to force Immortals back slightly further. Crims as well has apps control. So again, Immortals have so little to work with in this map.
Yeah, this is the problem when you leave Banana is you have to put 2 there. They don't know how many are coming Banana. They have to, with Banana being wider now, you can't just one man hold it with a sight like Crims used to. You have to have 2 there. They're not getting enough reads though, and they're playing so passive on A as well. This is literally going to be execute into flash trades.
The thing is that speaking to players from Astralis, I know that a lot of people will play incredibly passive against Fnatic. They love that pick style, so it's still viable, but we're going to see if they can hit the shots. That's what it comes down to. KNG's going to be on the AWP, so's Henny, and now KNG holds that CT angle, desperate for someone to walk around into it. Bolts waits for contact to Steel, playing off that balcony ledge.
They love doing this. They just wait and wait for you to cock up, really, and just pounce. And they're going to slowly go on contact. This is so hard to play against. There's no read here, and they're getting so close to the site.
And that's it. All right, Steel finds 1, but it's going to be a quick trade out. Dennis doesn't let that slip, but now Bolts gets played in. Dennis again, but KNG will rise to the occasion. 6 HP, Steel finds 2.
Yeah, that's really good work from the CTs. They're staying hidden and then popping out, getting the double trades, making sure that their teammates weren't dying in vain.
Now, I saw a Nova being bought by Crims. Where did that just go? Did he mean to buy this? Of course, it's JW's got it. Yeah. JW had a lot of money, and I think he just dropped someone, and he's taken the Nova.
He's going to go fly through apps and try and take someone's scalp off.
Do you know what? I'd put a small bet on it working out as well. That's the thing. Like
he gets more value than.
Nah, not today.
Mate,
KNG
not today.
not having it. And is that another clat?
He's had 2 this game.
Flusher and Olafmeister.
This is what they need from Henny.
Yeah, but you surely you can't depend on this every round.
No, not the clats, but they need to get that opener on Banana. They need to give themselves an advantage. If they're letting Fnatic walk up onto these sites every time, they're going to forfeit the game, essentially. What is with this game?
How many kills have been through smoke?
Crazy amount. Absolute crazy amount.
All right, it's worked, but it's a small silver lining at this point. You've got 2 players, Dennis and Crims, try and work something out. They don't have much information about anything at this point, apart from the fact, all right, I killed 1 through smoke, that's good, but there's still a lot to be done. Now, KNG going down, that's the AWP, I guess, lost from this position, but there's still Henny up as well. So still going to be holding the push up through quad, and you can always bet your bottom dollar that there's going to be a play from Fnatic up quad, but Dennis hits another big shot. Crims can't deliver, though. Bolts finds him. We're down to 30 seconds. Bomb goes in, and it's a 1v3. This would be huge from Dennis, and that's the shot. Bolts!
He's just made it doable.
This has become possible. Look at the late play as well, coming down Banana. This gives so much time over. Lucas kind of has to wait here. He can't go in 1 by 1 unless he wants to give Dennis a chance. And now Dennis finds the fight. He spots out Lucas. He needs to land this. He can't. Lucas leaps into it. And you know what? There's ways to die in those situations, and you just don't want that to be it.
I liked what he tried to do there. He stood in front of the default box, tried to isolate himself off from the guy coming quad, make 2 1v1s possible. Unfortunately, just could not land that spray. But you see with Steel's positioning there, he played the exact same position he did last round. Dennis just, oh, I'll just crawl up and kill you. So he needs to kind of chop and change it up if they're going to get red like that.
I guess that is just, you know, the Fnatic thing. They do outplay individuals half the time.
They love just walking at you with AKs and taking fights because it's so tempo play. They love the tempo play.
KNG here, not going to be actively playing down mid, but falling a little bit further back passive. Boss is going to hear a lot of this, by the way. He's just heard everyone trying to get in towards App. So this could be a call coming through that you're going to leave one on Banana and then rotate the other or try and make a play happen here. But you don't want to respond too early. You don't want to give everything up yet. Yeah,
you'll see this guy from B rotate now. They've got the Banana info. If the execute comes now, the CTs might be in a bit of trouble, but they're just trying to burn out nades. Buy time. They love doing this. They love entering sites when the CTs have got little to work with and just go for those trades.
And here comes the first Molly. I assume that's going to just be a normal pit. Molly just push them out of the angle. No one's actually in there right now. It's a double stack towards CT Arch and one towards site. Bolts.
Again, quad.
Yeah, quad is where Fnatic love to be. Bolts finally goes down and the site is theirs. Lucas is trying, but yeah, it's Dennis. It's the Dennis show on quad. He's finding these kills so easily to this round. And he's just doing it so well. JW finally gets himself a gun as well. So we're in a 3-man afterplant situation. Flash comes in, but this retake, again, it's so tough.
Yeah, Henny's going to have to put in some work here coming up mid. KNG's just found a beautiful opener onto Dennis.
All right, JW Flusher, what are these positions? Flusher finds KNG. A little bit isolated there. Now JW gets played back in, and there it is. Crossfire for days. Flusher and JW, don't worry about it. They've got it under wraps. And that's awkward. JW just dropped the AWP by accident. He just switched over.
Oh, God, he lost it?
Yeah, he doesn't have anything.
Ouch.
That's grim, isn't it?
Oh, they'll laugh it off. They're Fnatic. He's a troll. Yeah, you see how hard it is, even when they've got 2 people alive and it's a 3-on-2. The CTs, as soon as they're getting that first contact onto the guy on site, the site guy just starts hiding and making noise, and then he's getting wide-faced from could be any angle. JW comes in huge at Graveyard and picks up those 2 kills.
And now, 14-7. Fnatic very much on the verge of getting this one done. Maybe a little bit closer than expected, but
damage.
Yeah, through the smoke, a lot's been done here, and obviously Immortals aren't fully aware, but they're going to have a good idea now. Crims is down to 19, 7 on Olofmeister, still full utility too, so he doesn't want to die needlessly.
Care.
But he's just going at it. Here it is, and yeah, he's going to get found. Henny's going to pick him up any day of the week. Nice nade from Crims, but still trades out, and Henny closes the book on that round.
Now the T's going to be struggling money-wise. Yeah, probably a full eco here. JW might drop some pistols. Oh, are they just going to force like Fnatic do? No, they're forcing. Why not?
It's just Fnatic things, you know what I mean? You're this close.
I mean, on this map, and the way they like to play, I'm not really surprised. They're just going to go for what they're usually going for. Go for that one flash, burn all the utility, and just kind of get in your face with those Tech 9s. It's so hard to deal with running and gunning. Tech 9s just tear heads off.
Well, they've got apps control. This is no surprise. As said, the amount of times you'll see them do this, it's fine. Like you kind of get used to it. You can't read too much into it. But Immortals want to know what's happening. They want to know the full picture, and they've found out. They've got a couple of players working down Banana, and no one's there. No one's even at the bottom of those stairs. So again, they've got the whole picture here, so they can put these players on the right sites. But you still have to take them down. Those Tech 9s in these guys' hands can still do work, but Steel this time switching up a little bit. Does want to get found by Dennis again, so deeper in towards pit. Henny pushes the back, finds Olofmeister, and now Fnatic are pretty pinned.
Yeah, they're going to try and wrap.
Lucas, these jumping SMG shots.
Tech 9 just jumping around, getting 2 kills. They're going to try and get to B here, but Henny's got the read.
Yeah, really smart position.
He's in a one-and-done position.
He's being checked as well, Crims.
And they've read it perfectly. They've lost B.
Yep.
Wow, this is what I mean about running with Tech 9s. It's such a ridiculous weapon.
It is pretty dumb, isn't it, at the end of the
spray
day?
it like a SMG and it costs 500. And Crims is just connecting with scouts.
Yeah, Steel now trying to play back in, can't get it done. JW is going to shut it out. And, well, Fnatic making it to 15 rounds. This could be the closer here, considering they were to pull it off in that one. And look at the money on the other side. Immortals, they were on that kind of like very verge of being able to have a decent buy or not. and now it's kind of gone down. So you're down to the CZs, down to the Deagles. We've got 2 UMPs, I guess, but Fnatic have a way better amount coming into this one.
Yeah, that's absolutely crushing for Immortals. Not only did they lose the weapons, Crims picked up the SMG and got 2 kills and cashed in as well. It's fast B play here.
Oh,
and Olaf has been denied.
It looks like he's in a hurry.
This is what you kind of have to do, though. You kind of have to go all in at the start on Banana and assert dominance. You want to condition the CTs. Well, I'm going to run up and going to take your head off, and you need to play on the site, which gives Fnatic what they want. They want to be able to manipulate you and just go as 5 where they're least expected.
All right, Lucas spamming through. You can connect through that with a Deagle and AWP. I don't think the AK actually gets through it. Or if it does, it's like 1 or 2 damages. Very, very little. Dennis can have a little bit of a peer over. Smoke out towards, I think that's going to go CT, but Crims has found bolts. That's an interesting one. How's he found that? Steel as well, holding this horrible little angle. He's going to try and push in towards it. Underhand flash maybe. JW unawares, but going to back away from it. And now 50 seconds remain. The T-side really don't look like they made their mind up here. You've got 2 players over Banana, 2 in towards Apps. And while JW's found KNG, so they're sort of individually working their way in here, but no trade possible there. Again, this is a very weird round. I don't know what they're expecting. They're going towards the side with 2 players left on it, but yeah, Lucas going to find Dennis. No worries about it. Flusher follows up, but upgrades, and now they've got to be careful. 1 more player waits here, and it's Henny, the difference maker himself. He can only find 1, though, and it's down to this 1v1. Flusher, bit of a god, let's be honest here, against Steel. In-game leaders are plenty in this, and Steel's got to work this out quickly. No kit.
Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. He needs to kind of push fast. He's got a smoke, so putting that on the bomb, maybe faking it and walking out the back of the smoke, really good play.
We'll see what he chooses. We're going to find out right about now. Flusher, he's playing the back of that new box still, and he's hunting this down correctly. Flusher is here, but Steel gets the job done. That is a perfect read.
Yeah, he's just kept him in the game. Wow.
9-second defuse. That was very much on a knife's edge.
Not really sure, but what I don't think Fnatic knew what they were going to do in that round. They had 2 on each side, and it was a 4-on-4 situation. Ideally, after the first kill JW had, if he could stay alive, pressure with nades, and maybe spam, that's enough pressure to get a rotate off or a reaction from the B side, which we saw. If they just communicated that a bit better, they're going to get a huge amount of success from just that one player putting pressure and forcing a reaction from the CTs, with people like Olaf, Flusher, JW, Dennis just being sharks waiting to snap at that mistake.
Well, pause comes in, and this could be maybe discussion time for Fnatic or Immortals, to be fair. Both teams have something of value to try and take away from this one. Fnatic, of course, maybe not necessarily hitting a wall. They're on 15 rounds. They're still fine. Money, of course, is a little bit low, but they're going to go on the Force, because why not? It's still Fnatic. And Immortals, well, it's time to really try and solidify what they've been doing. That last round wasn't great from Fnatic, to be fair. It was split. It looked indecisive. But overall, they're still very, very impactful, so you want to get your head right into this round.
Yeah, they've done a huge amount of damage to their Money, so I'm not really surprised by this Force. Olaf was a Tech9 god in his era. Let's see if we can pull someone out this round. JW with the AK, that's interesting.
Yeah, out of everyone who could have it. Strange. Because he does like playing unorthodox things, but
maybe
he is there.
He's really been putting in the hours for the AKs and these rifles.
All right, Henny flashed out. Comes out of the flash, just fine spots 1. Olaf down. More players come in. Good flash again, but Dennis comes out of the flash well, finding Lucas, but they still know Henny is here. Pulls. Oh, I thought he had that one. He's going to try and fall back. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and Fnatic, they've pinched it so well. KNG as well falls in the meantime. You've got Bolts and Steel now trying to play back into what looks almost impossible as Dennis delivers one.
Again.
I know, exactly. These are the sort of rounds they win, and it just blows your mind because it happens so often. And there it is. 16-9 is your final score. Fnatic win the best of 1. A great recovery coming back in from Immortals for quite some time. They put up a hell of a fight. Henny was, you know, their, I guess, flotation device throughout a lot of that. But I don't know. That was a tough one to do.
Yep, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
the amount of rounds that they lost like that, 3, 4. They lost some CT ones doing it as well. Insane. I can't believe Henny got the first guy as well. Normally when you get the first guy, it buys enough time because the tempo is completely slowed down. Yeah. And it buys your guys rotates, they can get nades off. He got flashed off the second kill, which was huge. But Fnatic being Fnatic, jumping into the site, bunny hopping over things, just getting absolutely overwhelmed.
Yeah, what can you do? All right. I think we're going to take a short break here, kind of, you know, refresh ourselves, chill out for a sec, because the next game will be coming up next. I'm not too sure what the next game is. Fnatic Envy next. Ooh, thank you, our reporter from outside there. That's Alex. We'll be going live to Alex in just a moment's time because he'll be taking my place. So guys, do stay tuned. We'll be back with Fnatic and Envy after the break.